Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Imperator, Rome, playing as Carthage in version 1.3. We are fighting against some of the tribes in Iberia. I don't really anticipate this being too much of a problem. We should be able to handle this pretty easily, so let's just get some troops in position. I think he's coming after me over here, if I'm being honest. I think he's going to attack, so let's just get troops in position and be ready for it. But yeah, alright, so far things are going pretty well. I'm a little concerned about our aggressive expansion being an issue. Once we conquer all this land, it's going to end up being very expensive, and I think you all know that to be the case. So, I don't know what to do there. I suppose we could try turning these guys into one gigantic client state. Like, for the achievement, is it required that I directly own all of the land? Or would it be an option for us to say, nah, let's just have a subject own the entire land? Pax Eterna, there it is, Punic Ascendance. Own or have a subject own all of Hispania. So, I guess technically, yeah. We could just have one super subject, or a couple of super subjects controlling most of Iberia, but I don't feel like that's going to work very well. The only reason that that's good is, one, taking a client state is significantly cheaper from an aggressive expansion standpoint than taking the land ourselves. Two, then we don't have to deal with all the unhappy pops of the wrong culture. Wow, that guy just ran in and immediately died. He was a little overly eager, wasn't he? Yeah, we can get those reinforcements in there. He's using shock tactics. I don't know. I think we're fine. Let's just let the cavalry run around and keep trying to enslave everybody. There we go. Get squished. Look at that. He got squished. We should probably chase him down, right? Yeah, let's use an army to chase him down. I'll bet you he runs all the way over down here to Osset. Okay, this is going fine. This is going just freaking swimmingly right now. It'd be kind of fun to be going for some more direct aggression against Carthage. I'm sorry, not Carthage. I am Carthage. Against Rome. There we go. But I'm just going for the Punic Ascendance achievements. It's an easy one. It shouldn't be too bad for me. I don't really feel like fighting Rome is a top priority for me. Like, once we finish the achievement, generally speaking, we are just done. Where are you going to go? I have no idea where you're going to run to. Let's get started working on this fort. Tardulia is in this war, and we do need to take them. That actually would be a small nation I could easily make into a client state. The smaller the client state is, the easier it's going to be for me to integrate them later. That's the thing. A gigantic client state is just going to take years and years and years to get rid of. These guys are going to get immediately stomped on again. Oh, we also finished the siege. Perfect, thank you. Let's get started working on the other forts. No, let's just siege down a few more things and keep trying to enslave people. Killed another 1,000 or so. Tell you what, you guys get over here. Actually, you guys go for the fort. You guys turn around and follow them. We should be able to catch up to them pretty quick. So yeah, this should be fun. Anyway, yeah, fighting Rome will be fun, but once we're done with the... There's no achievement for beating down Rome, so once we're done with the Punic Ascendance, I think we just walk away. New invention. I think I'm going to go for the state religion happiness and just make people happier and make them a bit more productive before we get our next religious advance, but then we focus on some military inventions for a bit. I think that makes a lot of sense. And don't get me wrong, I'm not looking for, like... I'm not, like, eager to be done with this. Like, I'm actually enjoying Imperator. I mean, I was one of the few people, I think, who enjoyed Imperator even in the beginning. I really didn't think it was as bad as people made it out to be. It had its issues. I mean, I put out a video entirely about my thoughts, and I laid out all the critiques that I had about the game and where I thought it was doing well and where I thought it was going a little off the rails and needed some improvement. Like, I talked about that, so I'm not blind. But I actually genuinely enjoyed it because I saw what it could be, and I thought it was pretty fun. And honestly, now we're getting to version 1.3, like, I actually really do like Imperator. I'm having fun playing this. We're rapidly getting to a point where I think I enjoy this about as much as I would enjoy playing, let's say, CK2 or EU4. Actually, I probably enjoy Imperator more than CK2 these days. CK2, I'm very eager for CK3, but CK2 for me is just kind of outdated and run its course. Which is heresy for some people, I know, but still. There are really no good options here, are there? Let's get you over here, I guess. Terrible military characters. Absolutely abysmal. Go back down over here again, though. Anyway, yeah, CK2, it's a perfectly fine game. It's just, I don't know, the character focus isn't as interesting to me as the empire building focus. I'm a nation builder. It's just kind of how I play games. I'm the imperialist. I like to blob. I mean, you guys may have heard that I like Empire, but I don't think you guys understand. That's what I live for. So Imperator being a big map painter, like, I know it's a fair critique of the game, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, that's what I want. What I want is a map painter. I just want a map painter with maybe a little bit more depth and replayability between characters. And to that extent, not characters, nations, to that extent, this is actually where I think that the new mission system that Paradox is using might just be a stroke of genius on their part. Because, I'm going to go ahead and siege down this provincial capital up here. Because what they did with the dynamic mission system is make it so that you can play a tribe, let's say, in Germany and play through an entire campaign, and then play another tribe in Germany, and they'll feel like different campaigns because you had different goals to work toward. So even though there's actually no more depth and replayability than before, it feels like there is because of the mission system. Like, that's just brilliant. I really don't know why I didn't think of that. I guess I'm not a game designer. This is why we pay the big bucks to Paradox, right? Not trying to make a critique on their DLC system. I'm sure some people will interpret it that way. But my point is, I think it was a very, very smart play on their part. And it does add a lot of replayability. Now, that said, it's not without its problems. You know, the mission system released, and, like, one of the things I saw coming up in, got a lot of pirates to worry about here. One of the things I saw coming up on Reddit with people like, so, as a Scandinavian tribe, what am I supposed to do when I get a mission to grow olives? There are no olives. I can't do anything. Like, okay, obviously that had to get fixed, but I think Paradox has already fixed that mostly with the hot fixes, so should be okay. But I think we're going to see a lot more of that in the future. Probably either focused on regions specifically, or more likely focusing on major historical powers. I'm guessing the Diadochi will probably get something next. And that's going to be very interesting to see how that changes the game, where some nations have specific, really powerful missions to kind of railroad them into conflict with each other, and then whoever wins becomes a massive dominant power, you know, as opposed to before. It'll be interesting to see what happens. The art of the deal. Members of the mercantile faction have something of a reputation regarding the price of their support. It's no surprise then they came to us approaching with a glint in their eyes. Give them money. They like us for 2 years. Back my diplomatic actions. Alternatively, because we are crafty, the magistrate loses loyalty and popularity. Losing loyalty for my magistrate loses me political power gain, is the thing. I don't want to offer them more. Am I willing to spend this much money to bribe them, though? Yeah. It's hard enough to get factions to do what you want. So I guess that's an okay-ish use of money. I would have preferred to work for a... would prefer to work toward another invention or something, but oh well. Lack of a governor over here in Numidia. Okay. Not a lot of really good characters, but I'm going to go ahead and take... I kind of need another Barca family member. You're not very good, but you're not that much better. We can build you some statesmanship and try to make you a worthwhile governor. Just trying to preempt some of the great families. Now, I think some people have said, I still don't really care about characters. Yeah, this isn't CK2. You're not going to care about characters to the same extent until they add in a lot more character interactions, which I don't even know if Paradox plans on doing. I'm not in touch with them about this, but, you know, it's not the same thing as CK2. It is still primarily a map painter game. But I do think we're going to see more in the future. And the thing is, even in CK2, I'll be honest, like, I really don't care about my characters even then. Most of the time, like when I'm putting together a governor and who's going to be my chancellor and my marshal and blah, 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 I'm going based on, okay, they have a pretty base level of loyalty, and also they have good stats. And that's it. I don't really pay attention to what characters are what. It's just not a thing for me. So, to me, it's not a huge deal that we're doing the exact same thing here in Imperator. I'm focusing on the families, and definitely balancing out your government is harder than it used to be. So kudos to them for doing that. But... like, if I don't feel a strong connection to any of these characters, that doesn't bother me. I guess I just look for different things in games than some of you people do. The people who currently still dislike Imperator, I think they just literally don't want the same kind of game that I do. Now, let's see. I could go for eating their land for 1.2 aggressive expansion, or I could make them into a client state for half of that. I don't see a point in a little two county, I guess, two territory client state, especially when I could just eat it and it doesn't cost much. Yeah, let's just take one aggressive expansion. It's fine. Let's eat them, and then I get to get the extra popularity for my Sefet. That makes a lot of sense to me. I'm very concerned about how much aggressive expansion we're about to gain as we kill these tribes, but oh well. Such is the way of things. Let's just keep sieging this down. I'm just going to keep taking all the pops that I can, getting all the slaves. That actually is one thing that I think may be a slight flaw in Imperator. There's a very direct incentive to just sit on people and siege everything they own, regardless of whether you win or not. Like, we have a huge amount of a war score. I could probably take everything I want right now, but it doesn't matter. Because really what I want to be doing is just sitting here on the off chance I just get to steal all of your pops. That's the strat. So imagine that in a multiplayer game where, like, sometimes if you do an unconditional surrender in EU4, like, the rules are, you know, now he surrendered, like, peace him out. Stop trying to just sit on there and force him to have a civil war or whatever it's going to be, right? But in Imperator, I can make a very compelling economic argument for why I should not peace out with somebody and just keep sitting on them and bullying them until they are very dead. You know what I mean? Let's try to intercept these guys and kill them. We have a huge army ready to go. Stomp them, elephants. Thank you. They are finally dead. So like case in point right now, I'm just going to keep walking around and just getting all the slaves. It reduces how much aggressive expansion I'm going to get because I'm going to take all this land and there's less pops to worry about. It's just overall better, and the more that I am spreading them out, the easier it's going to be to assimilate them all in the future. So why not just go for the full 100%? Go for the hundo. Hey! How'd we lose this? Get over there. Get it back. Okay, well, that's basically it. We're sitting on 96%. Let's send some troops over this way. I'm going to go ahead and start moving some troops toward my vassal over here, because I think I'm going to release them and then immediately kill them. Just because I don't like the border gore over here. I don't like having to deal with it. Oh, I forgot about these horses. All right, let's send them down this way to help out. So, is there anything I can get before people get really mad at me? No. Because we're about to get enough aggressive expansion. I think we're going to lose relations with a lot of people. Oh, hello. We lost this somehow. Get over there. Let's just re-siege down the rest of it. And I think it's kind of gamey that you can kind of just sit back and... do we need anything here? This guy's really good. I think it's kind of gamey that you can just sit back and let the enemy unsiege land, so you can just re-siege it, and you can go back and forth and just, like, decimate their population, either by killing them all or enslaving them all. Just by letting them do their thing of unsieging, it's like, okay, I'm going to let you think you're winning, and as soon as you leave, take it back and just keep going back and forth and back and forth. Playing a game of prehistoric, or not prehistoric, ancient times ping pong. Yeah. Navy maintenance costs. I'm going to go ahead and reduce this. This should save me a fair chunk of money as I build out a larger navy. We do want to build out a army of skirmishers. I'll build out 6 for now, because I know once I take a lot of lands, we're going to have some problems. I could peace out with you and just make you into a client state, and I think I'm going to do that. Client state, we should be able to integrate. Let's double check that. Yes, can be made an integral part of Carthage sometime in the future. So, a tributary you can't annex, a client state you can. The difference is... Honestly, why would I ever want to do the tributary if I have the option of the client state? It's just generally better. We get more money out of them, we can call them into wars, and we can integrate them later. We need more peace options. I would say that's one of my biggest critiques in the game, is we need more peace options right now. I understand why they took away money, because at some point, as they took away the mana system, money became so important that they really couldn't let you just farm tiny city-states that have 1,000 gold and just keep raiding their treasury over and over and over again. It would just break the balance of the game, and the whole point of what you would do is literally just sit around and raid the tiny city-states. That's all Imperator would be at that point. So, I know why they couldn't do that again, but only conquering or vassalizing is probably not enough. There needs to be something else we can do. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but there needs to be something. Alright, so I'm thinking we just take this. I know that still leaves a fair bit of territory. I'm a little concerned about getting too much aggressive expansion, though. We're already having a hard enough time actually integrating people. Unless I can hand territory off to, like, my vassal. Like, that would be fun. If I could give them some territory, I'd like that, but I don't think that's an option. So we should be able to beat the snot out of these folks later. For now, let's just do this. Take this land. We're going to get above 50 aggressive expansion, but now that we're at peace, it should be going down by 0.37 per month, so that's not terrible. You guys are doing fine where you are. Let's just go somewhere where there's some supply limit sitting around. What kind of trade routes could I want? Nothing. I don't have money. If you guys all want to trade with me, that's fine. We should... Did we finish actually making this a metropolis? We did. Okay, so Carthage is now a proper metropolis. That's fun. I'm not too sure what the differences are between the two, stat-wise, and like what we get. I just know we get more pop capacity and more building slots. But I don't know if we have more import routes as a result. So, oh well. Okay, so do we have... We have the Faith of the Bodhisattva or whatever. No effect, lose money, gain stability, and omen duration. Alright. Might as well get some free stability, I guess. It's going to start ticking down, but that's fine. Can we do any colonizing? Not yet. Not there. How about down over here? Yep. Colonize there and colonize here. Why did I not? Oh, we have the colonize option as far as the button. The cooldown is done, but we don't have enough pops. Okay, so what we need is some more pops here in Aluzon, but I need money for that. Hang on. Let's just wait a couple of months, get some money back. You guys... Okay, hang on. I don't like that I can't just group them up and they automatically get attached to the region. Let's detach, group up, attach. Done. Okay, so now we have slightly better troops in this area to try and deal with barbarians. Down over here, civilization has risen up enough that there's no barbarian power. So we're actually completely good to go over here, which is great. You guys, I'm definitely going to have to kill. What to do next? Because with this much aggressive expansion, I probably should not push up into here. Even though I think Titania would actually make for a pretty good client state. I don't see much point in this. You are in a defensive league with a bunch of people, so attacking you is technically risky. You're also in a defensive league. So are you. So the next one we would fight, we have to fight a lot of people, basically. Sophia is not in a good defensive league. They're guaranteed by somebody, though. Way up over here. And they're allied to both of these guys. So if you want to take over all of Portugal, we can attack Sophia that way. Yeah, I think we just sort of sit back for a bit. Let's go ahead and train up a bunch of these light skirmishers. Let's see, how many regions did we just conquer? Okay, so we need people up over here, and we need people over here. So 2 current regions to worry about. We need to conquer all 5 of these if we want to get our achievement. Okay. Okay. Can we get something now? We can get some leather, and I guess we already have that bonus. Never mind. Once again, there's nothing I really want. I don't want freeman output. Slave output's okay. Slave happiness is probably good too. Every additional surplus here just gives me extra tax value. Maybe that's better. No. Well, Let's just go ahead and get the olives. I don't really feel like I need that. I just want to use up the trade route and get some money. I think that's still a fine thing to do. All right, so you guys are grouped up. You're going to be assigning to the region. How are we looking in terms of provincial loyalty? Not good. I think I will take the national tax and commerce income. We should probably just go ahead and hire to this army directly, and that would be one way of getting around the whole grouping of things. And then we'll do the same deal over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my manpower at this point exists for 2 purposes. 1, to reinforce people as they get into fights, but not sieges. And 2, to train up regional armies that keep the unrest under control. That's kind of what manpower is now. I really think that maybe this needs to get rebalanced a little bit. I'm just too concerned. Like, manpower used to be the big bottleneck of conquerors, right? In this game. But honestly, like, we have not had even close to manpower problems this entire game so far. Not even slightly close. So I'm wondering if the goal that Paradox had was to actually just ignore manpower. And I have to think that the answer is no. I can't imagine it would be. Let's move a quick pop over here. Then colonize here. And then I need to move in a couple of pops. Why does it still say 10 out of 9? Does that feel wrong to you? For some reason it worked, and I was able to just simply colonize. Okay. Hey, Egypt! We're neighbors now! Yay! Yeah, not nearly enough civilization value down here. Can I get some... Okay, we're doing cultural assimilation over here. Which I don't think we really need. Culture seems to be just fine. Religion's just fine, too. So I want to set you to civilization effort as well. Try to increase that, prevent the barbarians from spawning. It's fine over here so far, although it does have a barbarian stronghold until the end of the game. When does it go away? Do you need like 30 civilization value and then barbarian strongholds officially despawn? I don't know if that's how it works or not. We're about to get below that 50 threshold at least. That'll be good. I see pirates. We should probably go kill them. So let's do that. Stop plundering me from Malacca. Malacca! Malacca's in Indonesia. That's so far away. How'd you get over here? Alright, they're fleeing away, and it looks like they all got sunk. Perfect. Alright. We should build some more navies. Are there technological breakthroughs that I really want right now? Stability cost modifier is fine. Navy morale recovery is actually pretty good. Because morale, I don't know if you've noticed, regenerates way slower in Imperator than it does in EU4. Like, significantly slower. So those little boosts that you can buy from inventions for a little 2% extra here and there and stuff, like that actually is, I wouldn't say quite double your morale recovery. I don't remember what the base is. I feel like the base isn't much more than 2%. But it's a fair bit. Alright, so Provincial Loyalty over here, still ticking down. We're going to need more. Yeah, we need a lot of troops. We just have way too much unhappiness right now. It's a serious problem. I do want to be training up some additional heavy infantry. Hoplites, I guess, in this case. Omens. Citizens, I guess. I miss playing as a Hellenic. The aggressive expansion Omen is so darn good. You stack that up with the appeasement stance, and all of a sudden, you're just obliterating. Like, you can conquer everything, and no one cares. These guys all need to be converted before I'm going to be able to do anything as far as colonizing. If I move some pops around, we could colonize. So, like, in Amar, for example, if I were to move a couple of Canaanite Punics, although I actually kind of like the idea of getting slaves here so I can produce more dyes, but I need 15 for that, so that may not happen right now. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and move one over here, and then can we colonize? Yes, we can. Boom. Just grab a few extra pops here and there, play the colonial game a little bit. Pirates! Where's my big navy? There it is. Eat them. I don't think you're going to be able to get them anytime soon. We still have a bad research ratio. I have not been able to get good research ratios if you're a conqueror at all. Like, getting a good research ratio is easy if you are playing as a small nation, you don't build wide, you just keep building tall. That's not so bad. But out here, at least, when I'm just spreading all over the place, you can't promote pops fast enough. I just don't see it working. Interesting. Carthage gains tyranny. This guy, despite his incarceration, some Celtic minor character I don't care about, who's got surprisingly good stats, is causing issues. Kill him? Kill him. And the reason I'm going to kill him is because I like the idea of getting extra pop assimilation speed. Yeah, we have loyalty stuff to be worried about, but I'm okay with the primary culture. That's not a big deal. And it'll tick down fairly fast. I just don't want to lose popularity. That's a big deal. Alright. So, we could cancel the tribute and then declare war on you, and we could easily win. Although I would want to make sure that we have our troops in the right position so we can jump on your army. Actually, I think I'd like to have you guys over here. Where's my good general? He died! No! Let's put a Barca in charge. This guy's great! Oh, yes! 5% extra light cavalry discipline on top of your really high martial stats. Finally, a good character worth his salt! And Carthage knows a lot about salt. Rome tends to sow salt in our fields all the time. The Council of Carthage have sent an envoy proclaiming that harvest, trade, and taxation have produced a huge surplus. They want to add additional income to the state. That's so nice of you. Gain a little money. It's not a lot. Gain a free marketplace. Hold some games, get provincial loyalty. The governor gains a bit of popularity. Ask the residents what they want. Depends. Where is Carta? That is not how you spell it. I put a U after the Q because I'm just so used to it. Carta's way over here. Provincial loyalty actually is not a bad idea. I'm going to do that, and it's going to make the governor more popular. And I actually have no idea if governor popularity improves the situation in countries. I kind of feel like it should, actually. That would make sense, wouldn't it? A popular governor and the people are far more content. All right, let's go ahead and cancel the tribute. We don't like you. And then I have to wait until August 24, and I think I can immediately declare war because I don't think we have a peace with them. They're the wrong kind of tribute. All right, if they had converted to a client state, I would have been fine with this, but they didn't. So I need to kill him now. There we go. Now I can just declare war. Doop. And this is why tributaries are hilarious, because you can just kill them all. You don't really have to think about it at all. It's like, anytime I want, I can just release you and murder you. No thought necessary. All right, you're going over here, huh? Let's try to intercept and crush his army. He has some heavy cavalry and some light cavalry. He wants to build up some more, too, doesn't he? Yeah. Hang on, I'm going to chase down your army real quick. Okay, you're going here? Nope. Okay, we should be able to catch up to him pretty easily. Freaking pirates are back? Where'd my ships go? There they are. Get them! Okay, we actually went too fast and I wasn't able to change tactics, but it doesn't matter. We killed a whole bunch. Alright, armies goes to work on his capital. Cavalry, prevent him from training up heavy cav. I can't. Alright, go and siege down provincial capitals and stuff, I guess. Get some slaves. Spread the wealth around a little bit. Now, the biggest complaint that I've seen a lot of people have about Imperator is once you get to the late game, there is still issues of merc spam. I will say I personally have not had that issue as much, but then again, I haven't played to the end of the game for a little while. Not since I went for my own personal Mare Nostrum achievement, which I didn't do on camera, and I probably should have, but it was a long campaign. Bountiful Harvest, gain some stability. Oh my god, yes. Thank you for the money, I'll take it, thank you. I'm going to go for the naval morale recovery before we get the next religious advance. I think that's perfectly reasonable. You guys go ahead and dock it up. Got some slaves. Love it. Let's go work on some more. Cavalry could be playing cleanup duty and kill all these guys for me pretty easily. Unfortunately, the forts are kind of unsieging a lot of this. Although, again, that's one of those situations where we can use the forts to just keep resieging territory over and over and over again to keep draining them of pops. Like, that's a legit way to play the game. I just don't feel like that's... I just feel like that cannot be what Paradox would have intended. Can't be what they wanted, right? Maybe it is, though. Maybe I'm wrong. How are we doing on Provincial Loyalty up over here now? Still ticking down by a fair bit. Yeah, if we don't burn down some of this aggressive expansion pretty soon, we are going to have some serious issues. What are we doing for... We're doing cultural assimilation. So we could stop doing that, and that would fix the problem. If we did local autonomy. We would not gain any benefit from this, but we would stop having provincial loyalty issues. I think for now I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. We're going to keep the loyalty high because I don't want to have to deal with it. But outside of that, yeah, we want to be converting people. Like over here, we should probably go ahead and do some cultural assimilations. We have religious assimilation like crazy over here still. And that is still fine because most of these things still have not been converted. It takes so long, man. So dang long to convert people. Who would have thunk? It's almost as if changing people's ways of life is not something you can just do overnight with the click of a button. Thank God that mana system is gone. Again, it's not that I really cared about the mana system so much, but it was extremely unrealistic that I could just press a button and it's like, haha, now you have converted to Judaism. Celts? Druids? Kind of funny. Lose a frick ton of money. I don't want to do that. Increase loyalty of a province. Do it. You coming to attack me? No. Why not? I would like you to. More pirates? I thought we killed you. Apparently I am wrong. We did not. Let's just keep the cavalry nearby, get ready to deal with them. We did destroy his navy. It looks like we actually captured some ships, so I'm up to 116 ships. How's Rome doing? 106. They're keeping up to me in terms of naval power. That is a concern. Very large concern for me. Can we finish colonizing the rest of this? Probably if I were to get a few more pops. So if I were to bring over some more Canaanite Punics. I thought that would work. The dominant culture. How do I know why I can't? I feel like I should be able to. I know we have a lot of culture issues. Pre-Indo-Europeans. Okay. Well, we have actually managed to get a dominant religion over here, so the temples have been doing their job pretty nicely. I'm going to build one more theater. And try to finish converting these people as much as we can. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not this specific city. The province is mostly Canaanite. In here, we still don't have quite a majority. We're still mostly Hellenic, but we're getting really close. What kind of province thing are we doing here? Local autonomy? Nah, let's not do that. Let's do religious conversion and make it go faster. Culture-wise, we're doing completely fine over here. So we do not need to be doing culture conversion. We can do something different. Could encourage some trade. We could go for social mobility. We could go for bleeding them dry. I don't like that idea. Well, actually, it's not a bad one. Your unrest is extremely low, and I don't think you have food problems. I'm going to bleed you dry. Let's just enjoy the extra tax and stuff. It's working fine. Now, it should encourage people to, like, leave and migrate away from me, but whatever. Yeah, who cares, man? It's fine. So these guys do not have barbarians. These guys... This is the whole desert. There are no barbarians to worry about over here. So the Egyptians apparently have done a pretty good job of civilizing. Holy crud, they've done a really good job of civilizing. What is Phrygia doing over here? Whoa! Phrygia has retaken a bit of land. Haven't they? I think so. They're fighting Egypt and winning. Ooh, okay. We might find ourselves being neighbors of Phrygia fairly soon, whether I like it or not. And we win the siege over here. Perfect. Let's go work on this fort. I'm going to have the cavalry come back over here. Siege down a few more things. Where are you going? Are you coming after me? Nope. So we're just going to finish this off. I can't decide if I'm going to just, like, make them into a proper client state and start over with them, or if I'm just going to annex them. It kind of depends on what my aggressive expansion's looking like. Faster we win this war, though, the better, so I can burn this down a little bit quicker. As we continue to get rid of aggressive expansion, we keep pushing. We keep pushing hard into Iberia, take over all of the different regions, and then walk away with our achievement laughing. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then would ask you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I, as always, will see you guys next time.